Hello, hello, hello. What's up, everybody? It's Yoshinator195 here, coming at you with another Call of Duty Black Ops 6 gameplay commentary. And in today's episode, I'm going to be looking at Resurgence Warzone Duos Edition and talking about, I guess, a theme of trying not to take things personally in Call of Duty and if you ain't first, you're last kind of mentality, which is something that I guess very susceptible when I play Warzone because, well, it's kind of true. If you're going for the dub, so if you ain't first, you're last. And in this gameplay footage, you'll see at the very end what happens. But essentially, I come so close, so close, yet so far. Maybe that's a bit of a spoiler, but the way it happens and how close I was, I think, still kind of irks me today. I was just watching the footage and I was like, oh lord. So I guess it's a good reflection because when I remember playing this game ages ago and even just like watching it now, you just feel a little bit of like, oh, why didn't I just do that or that? You know, it pains you a little bit. And I think in COD, especially in Warzone, sometimes I've been playing games where things go into this negative feedback loop and you're just not having a great night, and it goes into the territory of, is COD actually fun? Like, why do I play this game sometimes? Because it feels like you're a failure even if you come in the top 3 or maybe in the top 5 teams. You just like, God, why do I just suck at this game? Why can't I kill people? And I think as I'm trying to play this game even more so, and maybe as I'm getting older as a person, try not to take this game personally is a good theme and kind of overall philosophy that you have to try to apply. And I was also trying to kind of dissect, why do I do that so often when it comes to games like Call of Duty? Because like I'll play Sly Raccoon 3, which is a gameplay playthrough that I've been doing so far on my channel. If you want to check out the videos, there it is. But basically, it, you know, kind of to me, something about first-person shooters, I don't know what it is, where like the fact that they're killing me, I don't know, just like, it makes it personal in a sense. It makes it like, oh, like, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna hunt you down. How dare you? You like you've enacted. You know, I don't know. You've called in what is it? What is the wording? Like you've called in a vendetta against me or something like. Oh, like you've drawn first blood. How dare you? Now I shall find your family and I shall get you. You know, you go into that kind of like, I don't know, predator like hunter mode where you just like how dare you trying to you shoot me down. And I don't know, sometimes, you know, you can kind of run into players that are like semi-disrespectful who try to like teabag you afterwards or something like that, or you might even just like, if you've turned on the prox chat, will just kind of, you know, trash talk you afterwards, which as a pro tip, when it comes to Warzone, turn that crap off. Like, turn off the prox chat. You do not need it. It'll firstly be distracting. And also, if you have your prox chat on, it kind of alerts other people that you're going to be in their vicinity. And I think I tried it out for like a few games, and I was like, this is terrible. Like, I'm not like having a great time with it because people know that I'm there. And the few times that I did do that, people just like, just kind of kept trash talking me. So I was like, oh my lord. And, you know, as you can see here, I placed 14th with my mate, and we're just like, what are we even doing this game? Like 56 damage? Jeez, like, ish. So, yeah, turning off the prox chat is definitely a pro tip that I think, you know, you definitely need to do because you don't need that extra, like, danger and risk factor to your game. And it's just like, usually the people that you kind of, you know, encounter in Warzone, they just want to trash talk you. Like, it's the beautiful thing about COD, and I think, you know, people will reflect back on the day when the lobby and the game lobbies were just like filled with such obscenities. It's like, it's beyond wild, but you don't need that in your life sometimes. You don't need that negativity, as much as it kind of, is just funny or whatever, and it's just like random strangers and interacting with them, like the Xbox Live chat, like it's, and the PlayStation chat, whatever. It's all part of that magical experience. But when you're playing Warzone, I think it's more negative than positive. So I turn off the prox chat and I don't go for it whatsoever, because I kind of want to be focused on the game, and just having anything else that's going to distract me is just annoying. So yeah, but it goes into that territory of like, it feels personal because you kind of have those players that want to kind of not only just kill you, but just kind of, I don't know, rub it in. They don't want to rub it in. They add an extra bit of salt to the wound. And it's like, come on, man, I don't need that. I'm just trying to play Call of Duty here. I'm just trying to have a fun time. But I was thinking more about it in terms of like, there is something when it comes to just any genre of, any game of first-person shooter, like the genre of first-person shooting involves killing people. Like, by definition, you have to get, shot, or you have to shoot people. You are going to encounter, people who are going to kill you. And that in itself, just feels like that aggressive nature, that conflict, that just makes you be like, who the hell are you? Like, I'm gonna get you now, like, how dare you shoot me? So, it's part of the game. It's part of the package that you introduce to yourself. Like, you're open to conflict. So I think, I don't know, maybe there's an inherent human nature aspect within us that just, we go into this defensive mode where, if someone shoots us, it's like, I'm gonna get angry. I'm gonna try to fight back. It's kind of, definition as well, fight or flight instinct. Or if you're like me, sometimes I just freeze. So I think the more I try to play Call of Duty, the more I have to realize that, I don't want to play. Maybe I should try to play like Gandhi, or just have like that baseline of contentment where, like, if I get shot, it's okay. Go back into the game, try again, learn from the mistake, learn from what happened, what went wrong in that particular situation, or how did you lose that particular gunfight? What could you be doing differently for the future to then, improve your chances of survival and actually beating someone and winning the game? And trying to do that without, resorting to such dramatic emotion is, I think, maybe my end goal and a system that I want to try to build. And it is hard for me because I'm also a player who kind of wears his heart on his sleeve, where I just like, I'm all out or nothing usually. And if something terrible happens to me, like, I'll just vent out in COD. Like, I'll just be like yelling at, like, what BS this happened? Like, who the hell is this player? How did he kill me? This is such bullcrap, etc., etc. And, shamefully to say that I might swear in the game and it's a way that, I don't know, sometimes I think it's sometimes healthy in terms of just getting out any pent up anger and just being able to just have a vehicle to just, almost like, screaming therapy, where you just like, you need to scream sometimes. And it sounds so ridiculous, but sometimes COD can be like that. And I've started to, I don't know, embrace my screaming persona a little bit more in this game. But I also, recognize, like, one, I probably look like a crazy man. Like, why am I screaming at a video game? There's no need for me to scream. It's stupid. It's just a video game. And I go back to that second mentality, number two, that just don't take it personally. Be cool, calm, and collected, and just, get annoyed, maybe irritated a little bit, but learn to get, better and try to focus on the positivity and good things that you do, and actually killing people. And that, to me, is probably my end goal and system that I want to try to achieve, or at least try to get to that. Because right now, what I'm finding is happening is that I'm very all out or nothing. I get very emotional. I get really into the game physically, to the point where there might be some nights where it kind of gets ruined because I've been on like a 10 losing streak in Warzone, or we don't end the night up with a win at all. And there are those times where, like, I remember so many nights just spending maybe even like 5 hours, at least between 3 to 5 hours, playing Warzone with my good friend, just trying to get a win. It sounds kind of depressing now that I say it out loud, but part of those times is very nice, and it's fun to play with him, and we shoot the shit, we talk, talk about life and whatever and what's happening, and just, I guess, maybe even just focus on the game and try to enjoy ourselves playing it. But it can be a bit of a slog and a grind, and you go to bed sometimes, you're like, damn, I just wanted one win. Just wanted one win so that I could go to sleep. And then you get pushed beyond your limits. You're going to bed with red eyes, and you're going past your regular sleeping routine. Everything's like messed up. You're like, what am I doing here? Like, I should not be doing this to myself. I'm playing like a teenager, 15-year-old who's got no sense of time in the world. They're on school holidays. I can't do this. I'm an adult now. But even if I was just like a regular 15, let's say I was a teenager, just like, is that really a healthy way to live your life? I don't know. So to me, I'm just like, how do I not do that? Because there have been times where just, we've been grinding so much. And then even like sometimes I remember playing the game with him, and we'll go into like a few games where we're just like, nothing is working, and then we start like maybe getting a little bit irritated at each other. Like we start blaming the other person for the losses. Like, oh, what are you doing? Why am I carrying your ass? Like, why am I carrying you in this game? And because I'm usually the worst player out of us two. I feel that towards me sometimes, and I get frustrated. I feel like when my friend goes silent, and I'm trying to like be communicating something, and he's just very quiet. I'm like, oh god, I know he's irritated with me. He's like frustrated that I'm playing terribly, and it's all going wrong. And I remember one night where like a couple games we just didn't, the last 2 games we didn't even like talk to each other that much. And at that point, it's like, why are you even playing with your friend? You're not winning. You're not even like talking with him. It's just a bad time. So, rounding back, coming to think about, how do you actually want to play Warzone and kind of enjoy your experience more so and have a fun time. And I think, even if you are having a bad night, laughing about it with a friend during that can be one of the best ways to, see that silver lining and to kind of make fun of yourself as a terrible Call of Duty player. I always try to kind of approach that as well, through my gameplay commentaries and recognizing that, I'm not the best, kind of player, and just trying to be, maybe, a little bit humble about it, but also being someone that could laugh at yourself, like, that bit of self-deprecating humor, but, someone that could take a joke and essentially not take life too seriously, which is, I think, a great philosophy just in general, because life is too short, and you're playing a video game. Don't be too hard on yourself. Have a laugh at some of your silly mistakes, and I'll make a bunch of silly mistakes, and just it's hilarious at the same time, as much as it pains and kills me on the inside. You should be able to laugh at yourself no matter what, and I think that's very important when you come and play a game like Call of Duty, because you'll be running into so many times where you just want to take things personally. You're going to get shot in the face. You're going to die. And you need to keep, your chin up. You need to have a thick skin when it comes to this game, especially if you can handle people trash talking you, which is something that I don't usually do. I maybe, no, I don't think I would have done it in the past, because I think I missed out on the era of the Xbox Live chat, and maybe I've seen it, in the past with some game lobbies, and maybe from time to time. I think in Modern Warfare 3, we did S&D, and we just had a bit of fun, just like seeing if we can, because S&D is so good for game lobby chats. That's the only time where I'll maybe, engage in a little bit of trash talk, just for fun, essentially. Nothing to try to be, too malicious. So in general, I try to like, stick in with a party chat and talk to my teammate, try to, win the game. And I think I usually always have a better time by doing that. So rather than, encountering some randoms in the prox chat who just want to tell me about how they're going to teabag me and kill me. It's like, I don't need that. And I think if you are playing this game, by the way, please do use the party chat. Don't stick to the game chat. For the microphones, just something, at least on PlayStation, something feels weird. Like I can still hear my, teammate, my friend in the lobby, but it just doesn't sound as good as the actual PlayStation party chat. When you go there, there's just, I don't know what it is. So that's a little pro tip. And as I mentioned, like having headphones is so good. And if you can actually have a somewhat decent microphone, that is also like, these are just like the three basic things that just make a world of difference. Because I've had a bad microphone and people have been like, what the hell is with that sound in the background? Like I can barely like stop breathing. It was always like a big thing. And I think I just had to have like my sensitivity a little bit up just for them to hear me, or maybe I was being stupid, I didn't realize it, but it was something with the sensitivity that anytime I breathed, that it would just be, so easily caught on the microphone, and people like, stop breathing, like shut up. And I feel their pain, and I'm so sorry. So, and I've also played with people that just, their microphone is too soft, and I'm like I can't hear you. Hello, what? You want me to go where? Where is he? What do you want? Like, it's so like frustrating. Like, just have the basic thing, like invest. I think you could even just do it like $100. It should be doable. I'm not saying go crazy in 200, just something like max 100 should be doable, And I think if you're going to use it, so many hours, like $100, that's such a great investment, a return on investment. Just buy the headphones, buy the microphone that usually comes with it, and use the party chat. These are all like so basic things that some people just, to me, don't do. It feels like, common sense isn't common, kind of argument. But it's still true, and I'm just like, yeah, it's frustrating. So, yeah, I think we're coming down to like 3 teams now. Yes, and it's getting a little bit sweaty as I realize just watching this commentary, this gameplay. I have 28,000 in cash, and my teammate needs to get revived, and I'm also feeling, the pressure because I am, out of us two, the worse. Is it the worser? There should be a word. The worser teammate. Then I want to bring him back, and because we are so close, and you just feel tense, And as much as you can kind of tell yourself or remind yourself, it's just a game. Like, don't take things personally. All these elements to try to put you in a state of calm and relax. It is hard. And I think maybe even like conversely, sometimes you need to just embrace that, look, you're in a bit of a, dicey, high pressure situation, and that's okay. Like, this is what it's for. And that's the other side of like why I kind of put my heart on my chest and I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I'm all out or nothing, because when you do win, how like rewarding it feels, because you're like, damn, like, wow, I grinded so hard, and finally I can let it all out and just, enjoy that win. So that is, the other side of the philosophy. But, I'm still, advocating to not take things personally in COD, especially, it helps that like people like are just, randomized, players that you're probably never going to meet in real life, because you don't ever want to like hunt them down and just be like, why did you kill me in this game, which is meant for killing, how dare you kill me in a game which is all about shooting people? Like, what are you talking about here? That's the objective. Just chill. It's just part of the game. That's it. So no need to go send them a message and be like, oh, your mother and this, and I'm gonna find you, and you stupid person, how dare you, I will kill you, and all this stuff. Like, just relax, okay? And so now let's focus in on this little last bit to kind of round it all back. Check out this kill. 1v2 situation, RPG for the win. I'm losing it. I'm freaking out here. This is what we're talking about. Need one. It's a 1v1 situation. I played up. And where is he? Still pains me. I, for the life of me, have no idea why didn't I just like focus on him just a little bit more. Why didn't I just use the smokes to just like smoke, then played up in that situation? I don't know. Still haunts me to this day. And but look, hey, that's what happens in COD. You just gotta not take things too personally. Came second place. That's a silver lining, and it's all good. You know, why do we fall, Mr. Wayne? To pick ourselves back up. That's the lesson. That's it for me today, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.